Welcome to the White Wall Sessions Radio. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. On this week's episode, we feature the 4 on the Floor, Ultraviolet Fever, and Kris Band. If you'd like to know more about the artists on the show, visit thewhitewallsessions.com for features, links, and videos. The 4 on the Floor is a hard-stopping blues band from Minneapolis, Minnesota. The band is Gabriel Douglas on guitar and vocals, Jake Quam on drums and vocals, Nick Costa on guitar and vocals, and Lee Carter on bass and vocals. With high-energy tunes, all in 4/4 time, and hilarious banter, the 4 on the Floor offered a truly entertaining session for everyone in attendance.
It's always the same. You think you know her face, but you don't know her name. Where she coming, where she going, and where she from? Cloudy in the day, she already gone. Green light, is she gone? Here we all see where she could be moving on. Well, flush my victory, you could taste. Flush my frenzy and almost disgrace. She coming in clean, coming in strong. You know exactly where she would belong. The green light, is she gone? Here we all seem where it seemed to be moving on. We move on! Here we all seem to be moving on. Here we don't exactly know where we come from. Here we all seem to be moving on. Here we don't exactly know where we belong.
We're here this afternoon, this Sunday afternoon, with the 4 on the Floor. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Oh, nice for you guys to come.
That's good.
Right away, Gabe, if you want to introduce the band and what they play, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Well, we can speak for ourselves.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
I prefer if Gabe speaks.
All right, go ahead, Gabe.
Oh, really?
You're gonna nail. You're knocking
I would
it
like
out
you
of the
to
park.
speak for me.
You're gonna knock it out of the park.
BD2 is Nick Costa. Some people call him Hot Dog.
Nobody calls me that. Just
Everyone.
Everybody.
Everyone.
I stopped calling you that a while ago.
And I appreciate it.
And on BD4 is Jake Quam. Last night, F-Boy came out. It was really nice. It's his alter ego.
Terrible nickname they gave my drunk alter ego.
Yeah.
F-Boy, huh?
He didn't really even come out last.
It wasn't full F boy.
And then BD3 is Lee Carter.
You guys have been a band for quite some time. You hail from Minneapolis, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we're based out of Minneapolis. I do own some property there.
Oh, hey, congratulations.
That's not. Adulting is really dumb.
So what's on the agenda for you guys? What's the future hold for 4 on the Floor?
We're always recording music and writing new music, so we'll continue to put out our own stuff until somebody comes along that we would want to work with.
So how does that process work? You have 3 albums to date. Is that right?
We have 3 LPs. Yeah.
They have 3 LPs out, and you've actually worked with a couple of friends of the show, Eric Costigan.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. You were kind of talking about it during the session here a little bit too. What's it like recording for him? And did you do it up in Minneapolis too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did up at Real Phonics Studio. He's got a great little studio in the basement of a big building. Yeah, just a lot of hanging with Eric. most of our recording sessions were 20% recording and 80% shooting.
It's a hang session
Yeah.
for sure.
It's a hang session.
He's a good hang.
Been hearing that 80-20% all day. Like today, you were like 80% of the time I'm really cool with everything, but then 20% of the time you just hate things.
Well, 80% of the world I have no opinion on. Like I just
that's what
don't
it was.
care.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And then 20% I have actual opinion on, and like 2% of that 20% is
And you would be
is hate.
You'd be so surprised what's in that 20% that he has an opinion on too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love a lot of things. Like 18% of that 20% is love. 2% is just stuff I just cannot stomach.
Yeah, there's
Ever.
nothing in the middle.
Yeah, well, 80%. No, the 80% is this other stuff. Like I just don't care.
I guess it would be-
Don't
I
care.
guess, yeah, technically that would be the middle. That's a big middle.
That's the life, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And actually, Nick, you've been on this show before. I believe season 2 or 3 with Dan Mariska.
Yeah, I
and
play
Boys Club.
guitar with Dan Mariska and the boys.
We just played
choir.
with them on Friday night, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, is that so?
I went and
the
saw
other
him. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. But yeah, last time was super fun. It was in the older.
Yeah,
studio,
it was in the
though.
warehouse.
Yeah, so this is awesome.
A little step up.
Yeah,
A little bit.
I spent money today, so
Yeah. What you got something from the store, didn't you?
I got Blink 182 Enema of the State on vinyl and some mystery record for $4 there was like a novel on the back of it that was really weird.
Sandy Nelson's
Sandy Nelson.
Groove. What is it? Groovy Hub. Groovy something.
Yeah, something.
Go get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Please. Well, Nick's away. How did this band come together, or this lineup?
The band came together because I wanted to throw parties and play loud music, and then this lineup came together because these guys are really good at throwing parties and playing loud music.
Yeah, Nick, you didn't come back with a record.
Groovy Grubworm.
Grubworm. That was the word. Grubworm.
That was the. I had to like read it like 4 times. To
Samsonite.
make
I
sure.
was way off.
Knew it started with the G. It
Hey, Jared. What did you think of the White Wall experience altogether?
was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Incredible.
I would love to do it at night and then party all night.
I think that would be
It'd be
awesome.
fun. It'd
Yeah.
be fun to just.
You
hang
guys
out
ever done a
here.
sleep-in?
We've never done a sleep in our lock.
And then
Like, we will
I
just-
call that bench.
Yeah,
We'll-
that's
we'll
exactly
put-
where we'd
dude,
end
We'll
up.
put a
yeah.
magnet board up, and people just put their keys on the magnet board, and then
Boom.
we'll party all night. And
We'll
just-
bring our own magnet board. We have a few.
Yeah.
You're coming back in
We'll
September.
bring a terabyte drive too, because we want the video going nonstop. Like
we
you don't
should
want
come back.
like the whole
No.
party.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be a good
Whole
idea.
thing.
We want
People-
to get when you're on the rafters. We want to get that.
Gabe will sleep up there. I'll set up the hammock.
Yeah, I actually do. I set up my hammock in a lot of places. That would not be a surprising thing.
No, that would be something you would do.
That'd be kind of cool. Swing it in here. Well, we do some other shows, not that we don't film, and we drop down to like this pink moon room down there. Oh. It'd be kind of cool. Some mood lights and everything else. It'd be a party atmosphere. More of a listening room. I guess we could take out all the chairs and throw.
Yeah, we need the chairs
throw down.
gone for people to party
To
and
actually
then
party with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
we'd probably do BYO SB, bring your own sleeping bag.
Ooh, good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a little kids bowling kit too. I think we'll have a
Oh,
little fun with
nice.
that. We got that nice hallway back there.
That's
Is there
preferred.
only one bathroom in this entire building though?
There's 2. There's one like right above our bathroom on the top level.
Is there a way we could get to that during the sleepover? You think?
No, not one bit.
Just the one.
We can rent 2 porta potties to put out.
Oh yeah,
right
that's
down in here.
Yes, yeah.
right down
Bring
here.
in the porta
Right
potties.
here.
That's why
Right
there's
here's
an
good.
elevator.
Yep, this is good.
You put it over there, but we want it right here.
Yeah, we want it.
I mean, they'll put it wherever you want. You're renting it from them.
That's true.
Yeah.
If we put it on the stage, it would actually save a lot of trouble.
I bet they have some restrictions. Like, no, we're not putting it there.
Well, as long as it's not by the food,
I just bet they do.
we could have like
Bring
a
it down these
potluck.
stairs.
Everybody bring
Bring
their
it
own
in here.
dish
Yeah,
too.
into my apartment.
Oh, we can promise a shout out in a song. They'll do it.
Yeah. You guys did a lot of those. Thank you for that.
Still haven't
when we used to do potlucks at work, if I got dessert, I'd make Snicker salad, and people would always yell at me
Why is that?
because my Snicker salad it consists of a couple ingredients, which is 2 ingredients: whipped cream and Snickers.
And people didn't like
Snickers
that.
salad.
Yeah, you never had that? It's delicious.
It is.
That's
You should
the
chill
most
it. Here's-
northwestern thing I've ever heard in my
Can I
life.
give you directions? Here's what you do.
Do you use Cool Whip?
Yeah, you gotta use Cool Whip, and then you can buy regular size Snickers or fun size. Because if you buy regular, you gotta chop it up. But if you buy fun size, you just open them all up, throw them into the whipped cream, put it in the
One size would be the way to go.
yeah. Well, you gotta unwrap all of them, but that kind of sucks. But then you put it in the fridge for like 10 minutes. Boom, done. But
like
some
this.
people put like apples and bananas in it, but that's
Don't
dumb.
do that. Yeah.
Point of that.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Well,
You've never
it's,
had that?
I've
before?
never had that.
Go to any salad bar.
I've
here in
had,
town.
you know what? I've had Snickers. I've had whipped cream. I know. I get it. I understand what that's going to taste
And,
like. I don't need to put that into my body.
Well, salads are paleo friendly, so
Well, it's,
yeah.
you're right. Sign me
salad.
up. Yeah.
Snicker salad diet.
Yeah. I only eat Snickers salad with ranch.
I was waiting for that ad.
Yeah. Do you have a balsamic vinaigrette for my Snickers salad?
Every white sauce except Alfredo is in the 2% of stuff that I hate.
Yeah, he hates
Really?
Wait,
anything.
like
any white
Alfredo's
sauce.
the one you
Yeah, he
like?
doesn't like
Alfredo's
white
the only
sauce.
one I like.
Oh man, I don't like Alfredo.
What about like
And
you
of
like
all the
queso?
sauces,
Sometimes
so
queso's
much.
white. White
You
queso.
don't like Alfredo? It's
I like
It'll
all the
probably
other
be too
sauces.
spicy if it's white queso, to be really honest with you. Like,
So there's
spicy.
ranch,
and
there's
milk.
blue cheese. What are some other ones you don't like? Those are the only two that I know.
Sour cream.
Sour cream.
hate sour
He
cream.
hates
sour
sour
cream.
cream. He hates sour
Mayonnaise, hate it.
Top the tater.
Top potato, I don't like.
That's crazy. That's insane.
I think it's weird that you don't like.
That's like hating the Beatles.
No, hating the Beatles is like a cool hipster thing that people do on Hennepin in St. Paul.
No, St. Paul's old people do. They all love the Beatles in St.
You
Paul.
you shouldn't be in on. You should be somewhere else, not around me.
Some days you don't come home. Better than waking up alone. Better than staring at the telephone. Better than thinking about what went wrong. Some days you don't come home. Some days you feel it to the bone. Shiver right down your spine. It doesn't matter if it's yours or mine. Doesn't matter if it turned out fine. It probably will. Some days you feel it to the bone. Well, feel it, I know. Some days always come out wrong when they should have stayed in all along. Should have known they'd make you run. Should have known just what they'd done. What they tend to do. Some days always come out wrong. Some days you don't come home. Better than waking up alone. Better than staring at the telephone. Better than thinking about what went wrong. Now, some days you don't come home. Oh, come home! Sometimes there's nothing left to say except another simple okay. Let her know that life's not dead. Let her know it's on her head. That's where the best ideas are. Sometimes there's nothing left to say. Some days you don't come home. Better than waking up alone. Better than staring at the telephone. Better than thinking about what went wrong. Everything was right on a white wall night. Some days you don't come home. Papa. They got down when they should have got up. They got down when they should have got up. They got down when they should have been getting back up again. Well, she come from the right side of town, and you know she doesn't exactly just lay right there. But she would never believe, and you would never see her again. No. When the summertime come, everybody gonna go to the bar, to the beach, to that whitewash show. Everybody gets it going, everybody gets the thrill. Ain't nothing now, you don't know who paid the bill. But she wouldn't misbehave, but she never misbehaved. But when the spring comes, she bringing on the towel again. Oh, here she comes. springtime come, everybody gonna say, you know that girl got a title to maintain. Who wears the crown? Who makes her righteous? Who will be the queen of coronation now? But she wouldn't misbehave. Oh, she never misbehaved. Oh, when the spring comes, she bringing home the title again. Oh, she never misbehave. Oh, she never misbehave. Oh, when the spring comes, she bringing home the title again.
Ultraviolet Fever is a 4-piece folk, blues, and soul band based out of Sioux City, Iowa. The band is Angie Landrick on guitar, ukulele, percussion, and vocals, Sean Blomberg on bass, guitar, ukulele, and vocals, Adrian Colbo on guitar and vocals, and Randall Wood on keys. With stunning 3-part harmonies, Ultraviolet Fever filled the studio with their soulful songs.
Be careful what you wish for, 'cause it might just come true. You could meet up in the middle, where the stars went blue. You could come pick me up, we could stay parked and drive. Cause I'm all out of answers, I'm just along for the ride. Ain't the struggle something? Well, it's over now, and the weight's been lifted somehow. All that's left to do is smile and be kind. Smile and be kind. Saw you, you ended up back in my bed. When I asked about your family, all you did was shake your head. You said, gotta love my little children, but it's their daddy makes me see red. And I'm all out of answers, just trying to remember what you said. Ain't the struggle something? Well, it's over now, and the way all that's left to do is smile and be kind. Smile and be kind. Smile. Smile. Oh, smile and be kind.
We're here at the White Wall Sessions with Ultraviolet Fever from Sioux City, Iowa. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have Sean Blomberg here, who's been with us before a couple of times. You were with Matt D and Solo Act in season 2.
That's right.
Sean, could you introduce the band?
Oh, absolutely. To my left, we have here the beautiful Angela Lambrecht, who's on the lead vocals for Ultraviolet Fever. And then Adrian Colbo next to her is lead guitarist. And then to my right, we have Randall Wood on keyboard.
When we started writing down the instruments, what everybody played, I had to use 2 pages because you all kind of trade off a lot. We had ukulele in there. We had the keys, obviously, and the bass went back and forth a couple times, guitar. And then we've got this drummer here in Angela who was drumming while she was playing the guitar. How did that start?
Oh, that began, I'm also a percussionist, and so I've always gone back and forth with, am I going to be a drummer? Am I going to be a guitar player? Am I going to be a drummer? Am I going to be a guitar player? And then I got turned on to Shaky Graves, and he was kind of doing this one-man band, playing a kick and a tambo, and the guitar and the singing, and I was like, I can do that. That's something that I can do. So I broke down and found me a suitcase and put a drum into it, threw a kick pedal on it. I was like, okay. I was like, Dad, can you build me a kate pedal, so I can put this tambourine on it? And he's like, okay, just draw me it up. He's a welder. And so he
you
just
had that custom made then?
Yeah, my tambourine stand is custom made. My suitcase is custom made. I made that one myself. That's like my 4th one that I've made.
Oh, yeah?
My 4th suitcase drum that I've made. And then that tambourine stand is completely custom.
Okay, so for people listening on the podcast, you're standing there. Your right foot is a pedal against the suitcase.
Yep.
And then you've got sort of a ghost pedal going on where you got 2 ghost pedals on your left foot. You can do one on the tambourine and one on a snare drum.
Yep.
That really sounded good. And not only were you just making thunk noises, you were actually playing drums back then when we heard it. That's really good.
Yeah.
Did that take, a lot of people will do stomp pedals in that. Did that just kind of come natural or?
It did. It's taken a lot of work to sit down and really get all the coordination to go in between. But being a percussionist, and I spent a lot of time on a drum set in itself, and I spent a lot of time on, independence on each limb. So I've done a lot of 4-part independence already as it was. So I was already preparing myself for this journey that I didn't even know I was about to,
Sure.
take off on. And so that really helped out a lot.
Yeah, right. Having played the drums, you know what you want to hear then.
Yeah.
And you're able to produce it. And we've seen Sean play guitar and bass with Matt D and the Profane Saints, and then guitar with yourself. And then you had the ukulele in there.
Yeah.
What are all your starting positions? I'm doing air quotes here. I mean, do you kind of guitar with Angela,
Yep.
bass with Sean, and then keys obviously with Randall, and then electric guitar with Adrian? Is that kind of the way it starts?
When we first met, Angela was still playing electric guitar and doing her thing with a friend of hers who was playing bass, and they had kind of this cool duo where she would play the drums, and her friend Velvet was on bass, and she would actually do the bass drum.
Yep.
And so we kind of morphed into this, you guys should come over and jam. We met at what was it?
It was a fundraiser for one of our favorite venues in town.
Yes. And so Adrian and I were playing there as well. And so we ended up seeing Ultraviolet, the original Ultraviolet play. And we were both looking at each other like, wow, these girls really have something. Mm-hmm. And so they ended up playing a Sublime song. And Sublime is one of our favorite bands, too. We grew up listening to Sublime. And so
it was kind of one of those Sublime songs that we never touched.
Yeah.
It's like you have your favorite band and then you cover all of their music, but there's that one song that you just kind of never touch.
Right.
And they were playing it that night. And so it's kind of one of those things where you're the lights are shining off of them and it's gleaming and you're just like, wow, they pulled that song off,
What was
Thanks,
it?
guys.
It was Maruka.
right.
Yeah, we never, all the
Acapella.
20 years of playing together, Sean, you and I never played that until we met Angela. So it's pretty fun.
So we matched him a Sublime song when we got up and did our set. And
Yeah.
after the show, we were like, oh, you guys like Sublime? And we totally had this Sublime connection. And we're like,
Let's do this.
yeah, we got to jam. So they came over and jammed one night and kind
Now
of.
we have a sublime relationship.
There you go. So when did Randall come into the?
Oh, well, that's kind of an interesting story,
It's
really.
really cool.
Yeah, I've been playing with. I met these guys like New Year's Eve 2000. Well, Sean and Adrian, New Year's Eve, maybe 2002 to 3 or something. And we just met, and everybody else was going to bed, and the night was young for us. And we were like, well, what are we going to do? And I was like, yeah, man, you guys can come over and play some music, because I had seen these guys play one other time. And then we just kind of started jamming. And then me and Sean, I think Adrian ended up moving, and then me and Sean just kind of started playing music like all the time. And so me and him have been playing intermittently for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I stepped out my door today, and I felt the sun upon my shoulders. I heard the wind telling me that spring is on her way. Now, how can you feel the change? The days are getting just a little bit longer. The nights are getting just a little bit more strange. And now, oh baby, won't you please let your hair go wild if it wants to, and let your heart find your reality. 'Cause I know that I'm free when I'm strumming songs I love to play, and singing songs that help me to feel okay. They teach me to love each day. I know I'm free. And now, you know, spring has finally sprung, so it's time to get out and hear those birds sing. Just take a walk with myself just so I can be as well. And now, baby, have you seen the rain? I watch my nephews go from puddle to puddle. I saw them all fall down and get back up again. And now, baby, won't you please let your hair go wild if you want to, and let your heart find your reality. 'Cause I know that I'm free when I'm strumming songs I love to play, and singing songs that help me to feel okay. They teach me to love each day. I know I'm free. Well, now I slept with those stars last night. When I woke, they made the sunrise. They tell me, child, this is it. This is supposed to be your life. And now, baby, oh, but don't you see that everybody's got a different story? So take my hand if you need help to believe. And now, baby, oh, won't you please let your hair go wild if you want to, and let your heart find your reality. 'Cause I know that I'm free when I'm strumming songs I love to play, and singing songs that help me to feel okay. I know that I'm free. I know that I'm free. Strumming songs I love used to teach me to love each day. I know I'm free.
The Kris Lager Band is a four-piece revivalist rock group based out of Omaha, Nebraska. The band is Kris Lager on guitar and vocals, John Scooby Fairchild on drums and vocals, Mike Lefevre on sax, and Aaron Underwood on bass and vocals. Wherever the band takes their tunes, there's bound to be a party.
What can I say? But it's always there. It's always something to remember when we're together. Oh, what can I say? I'm gonna have me a ball, yo. Yeah, you only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let's get it done, yo. When I'm standing right in your love line, yeah. I know everything. Oh, what can I say? It's always great. It's always something to remember when we're together. What can I say? I'm having me a ball. I always have me a good time hanging out in Sioux Falls at White Wall, yo. When I'm standing right in your love line, yeah. I know everything is gonna be alright. Y'all got that right, little people. I'm glad your microphone wasn't working now. always something to remember, I swear, when we were together. What can I say? I had me a ball. There's always something to remember when we were together, y'all. Yes, it was. When I was standing right in your love line. Woo! That's when I knew that everything is gonna be alright. Believe that, people. I said, nah. Everything is gonna be alright. So goddamn right. I said, nah. Everything, Lord, is gonna be alright. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, we are very excited to welcome Kris Lager Band to the White Wall Sessions tonight. Welcome back, guys.
Be back.
On April 20th, 2017. Kris, can you introduce the band, this wonderful band we've got?
Yeah, we got Michael Lefevre from Kansas City.
How you doing?
On the saxophone. And then Scooby Shabobo on the drums.
Hello.
From Omaha. And then we got Wichita, Kansas on the bass, Mr. Aaron Underwood. And my name's Kris Lager.
All right. Well, welcome, guys. This was a great session. I want to talk about Omaha, the great city of Omaha, and really the Central Plains, because there's Kansas City and there's Wichita. You did a song tonight called Bob Dylan, right? It was about television and that. And it was a really great song, I got to say. So you were talking about how living in Omaha and seeing what's going on in the rest of the world and feeling you're missing out. Tell me about that. I mean, that's kind of a common feeling in the mid-central plains type region.
I think it is. I think it's a common thing that we just have that, I think, working mentality where we're working, we're for a better tomorrow, we're creating, we're blue-collar folks, I think. We're farmers, you know. We kind of take a lot of pride and enjoyment in slaving away. And hustling. But one thing I've noticed in my travels is when you go to a beach or you go to a big lake or a mountain or any tourist destination for that matter, people aren't working for nothing. They're there. They're in paradise. They're exactly where they want to be. And there's that mentality of just enjoying what you got or constantly being in pursuit of some false thing that doesn't exist. And albeit, like I said, the geography helps to be somewhere where you're feeling the vibes of the fellow people all excited. There's something to like a vibe, you know. And when everybody's feeling like things are good, things tend to be good. And then like when there's a lot of this negative things floating in the airways, we all pick up on that. We all get a little edgy and
it's kind of like, you know, you hear bad news on the press and in the media, and then you go and you talk to your neighbors in Omaha or Lincoln or Wichita, and it's almost like that news isn't happening to you, right? So it's like
that's the beauty.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned is I love coming home. I love getting back to reality, and I remember when I was younger and in my 20s, like having that normal life seemed like nightmare. Now it seems like a dream, you know. Now I get it. I get mowing your lawn, and I get you know knowing that right sweet spot on your shower, and knowing what drawers your clothes are in, and you know knowing where I hung the hammer, you know. Like those are cool things that now I really enjoy. That when I was a kid, or when I was coming up with this Midwestern mentality, or being entertained constantly, we're all constantly in search of the next video game or movie or music. We're all like looking for these outside sources for happiness. And I feel like that's one thing I want to translate through my music is it comes from here and then it goes out.
Ain't nobody gonna give it to me. It's up to me to get it myself. Ain't nobody gonna make up my mind. It's up to me to figure it out. Ain't nobody gonna give it to me. It's up to me to get it myself. Ain't nobody gonna shake my spine. It's up to me to shake it on down. I got to shake it on down. I'm gonna shake it on down. Woo, shake it on down. Oh, yes, Lord. All night long, till the break of dawn, or till the cows come home. Nobody gonna give it to you. It's up to you to get it yourself. Ain't nobody gonna make up your mind. It's up to you to figure it out. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you. It's up to you to get it yourself. Ain't nobody gonna shake your spine. It's up to you. Shake it on down, you got to shake it on down. You got to shake it on down. I'm gonna shake it on down. Ooh, Lord. All night long, until the break of dawn. Ooh, till the cows come home. Get it myself. Make some noise for the fever, yo. Ain't nobody gonna give it to me. It's up to me to get it myself. Ain't nobody gonna give it to me. It's up to me to get it myself. Ain't nobody gonna shake my spine. It's up to me to shake it on down. You got to shake it on down. I'm gonna shake it on down. Oh, shake it on down. Yeah, all night long. Oh, yeah. Oh,
like to know more about the artists we feature, visit thewhitewallsessions.com. The White Wall Sessions Radio is recorded and produced at Last Stop Studios in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Last Stop Studios is located in the lower level of the Last Stop CD shop at 2121 East 10th Street in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Executive producers are Jeff Zuger and Doug Taylor. Head of broadcast engineering is Dave Palmer. Audio technicians are Chad Conrad, Carl Koiser, and Dave Palmer. Audio mixing is Chad Conrad. Associate producer is Michael Yeager. Scheduling and sales is Tom Eisner. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. Join us again next week for another edition of the White Wall Sessions Radio.